minute.
Hey.
Ashley. What is it, honey? What's wrong?
It's Justin.
What about him?
He didn't come home last night, Paige. I don't know where he is. I waited all night long.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
You haven't heard from him, have you?
No.
I can't imagine where he is. I waited up all night. I'm so worried about him, Paige. What if something happened to him?
Is he okay?
Yeah, he just passed out from all that booze.
You mean he's been here all night?
Every minute. And drinking the whole time. Got to be quite a handful. Reena, this is awful.
Oh, honey, it's almost too good to be true.
Isn't it strange that the photographer just happened to be there?
Not so strange.
You arranged that?
Nice little touch, don't you think?
Justin's face.
I love it!
Reena.
You don't approve.
I don't think I do.
Why not? Justin's not a fan of yours, is he?
No, and I think what he did to Kate was terrible.
And I couldn't agree with you more.
But what you did to him...
He got what he deserves.
An eye for an eye?
Yeah, something like that.
So now what?
Now I will get on with my own life.
And you're really finished with all this stuff with Justin?
Yep, I've done exactly what I set out to do.
And you really don't feel bad about it?
Nope. But I do feel bad about not spending last night with you and Ryan. I was really looking forward to it. I know that he's leaving today, Ginny.
I'm sorry about that, too. And I hope that you and your mother settle your differences.
Don't worry. We won't stay mad at each other for very long.
I've looked for Justin everywhere. I don't know where he is.
Did you check the ranch?
Yes. I even swallowed my pride and called out to the ranch.
No luck?
They haven't seen him. I hate asking them for anything.
I know that wasn't easy for you, Ashley.
Well, considering the humiliation that Kate put me through, no, it definitely wasn't easy.
Ashley, I'm so sorry.
What's Justin gonna do when he sees the morning paper? His picture smeared all over it, throwing a champagne.
Now, Ashley, you can't think about that anymore.
Well, I can't help but think about it, Paige. I think I probably lost my husband.
He will be back. I know he will.
I'm not so sure. Justin Marshall has been humiliated in public. He's not gonna like that. But I'll tell you one thing, Paige, and you can write this down and put it in your pocket. I'll get Reena Decker if it's the last thing I do.
Well,
She is rotten to the core. She's the one that got that doctor there, and the photographer, too.
Now, Ashley, you can't think about that anymore. We've got to find Justin.
That's what I've been doing all night, Paige. He's not anywhere.
Ashley, did you check the police?
Yes. Nothing.
Oh, good. If anything had happened, they would know. We've got to find him.
I plan to.
How?
I'm going to see Iris.
Now, Ashley, what does Iris
She
have
got
to do with
me into this mess. She can get me out of it.
Ashley, no. Now, Brad, I know that Reena can be impetuous at times.
Is that what you call it?
I know very well how difficult she can be. I have had my share of troubles with her. But I think you should try to understand why she did what she did.
There's no excuse for that kind of behavior.
She lost her husband, Grant. That is not an easy thing for a woman to get over. Believe me, I know.
She can't hide behind Max's death for the rest of her life. She's obsessed with this idea of vengeance. Among other things, it's unhealthy.
A heart has logic of its own.
Justin was not responsible for Max's death. Not directly.
You really surprised me.
Why?
It almost sounds like you're defending Justin Marshall.
No, I just don't approve of his tactics.
Well, then why react so much to what Reena did?
Because what Reena did was wrong.
Are you sure that's all there is to it?
Well, of course.
Yes, well, I wonder.
Iris, Reena works for me. Everything she does reflects on World Oil, reflects on Alex's memory. Now, doesn't that bother you?
Of course it bothers me. I'm just saying I understand why Reena had to get this out of her system.
Well, when is it going to stop?
She's probably accomplished everything she set out to do. She'll leave Justin alone now.
I hope you're right.
I am right. I understand Reena completely.
Ah. I'm going to go have a talk with her and tell her I hope she's finished with this vendetta.
Now, Grant, don't be too hard on her. She's been through a lot.
Well, she's going to have to learn that I'm not going to tolerate this kind of behavior.
Go?
He had to leave for the office.
I baked in these nice, fresh, hot cinnamon rolls because I know how much he likes them.
Well, that was very sweet of you. Put them down and come here and sit with me. Something I want to discuss with you.
Well, what is it, Mrs. Wheeler?
We've never really decided what you're going to do when I go to New York to set up the foundation.
I don't want you to go, Mrs. Wheeler.
Oh, please, Vivi, you know I must.
And I can't go to New York either. I want to stay here in Houston.
I know. You've made that very clear. I hope you'll agree to stay on here.
With Mr. Wheeler?
That's right. When I'm gone, he's going to need you.
Mr. Wheeler need me? I don't think so, Mrs. Wheeler, you know. He doesn't seem to need anybody. He takes care of everything himself.
You're wrong, Vivi. Grant may seem very self-sufficient, but I promise you he does need a woman's guidance.
I need to see Iris. I'll see if she's... I need to see her.
Do you feel all right?
No. Please tell her I have to talk to her.
Vivi, get some tea for Mrs. Marshall and me?
Yes, ma'am.
As you're going. I'm sorry. You just cannot imagine how upset I was when I saw that dreadful newspaper this morning.
Well, now, that was just the final kick in the teeth. And now...
What is it?
You're responsible for all this.
Ashley, please, what is it?
Everything is ruined.
What do you want me to do?
Help me, Iris. Help me.